You failed to hit $10,000 a month as an online coach and your guru hustled you. There's going to be testimonials floating all around here how I've helped people. I'm a guru that charges a sixth of the price, that has more knowledge than all the gurus combined. You see, they take a pond and they wrap it in fancy packaging, call it a course and a module, to make it look like they're selling you something extremely fancy. And it's really just the pond dumped into an in-ground pool and cleaned. And now they're selling you the same thing that looks fancier for 5 to 10x. So if you look at my Instagrams, it says I'll scale you to $10,000 months within 90 days for a fourth of the price. There's going to be testimonials floating around up here the entire time. The way you hit $10,000 a month is a very simple process. You don't need to overcomplicate it. You don't need any DM burnouts. You don't need any of that, okay? And I've had my own $10,000 days, let alone months. And I teach people to do the same thing for a fourth of the price all these other gurus are charging. I didn't finance an STO. I don't have an $8,000 condo. I live life how I want, but I didn't overfinance my life, so that way I can teach you guys for 1/4 of the price. And when this recession hits and this trust recession's coming through and smacking all these coaches, I don't have to financially struggle, so I don't have to get you on a slimy sales call to close you on the deal, right? So all these testimonials are going to be floating around. I'm going to tell you how to scale to your $10,000 months. I'm going to tell you how exactly I can help you. The price of my programs, as most coaches are not going to tell you, they're going to get you on a 2-hour long call. I close all of my clients in the DMs. It's not going to be completely possible for you as a fitness coach at first, but you can get to that point. You're going to need commission-based setters for LinkedIn and Instagram. There's certain ways you can find those. You can either try that yourself, or when you join my program, I show you how to do that. They're going to send out X amount of connections a day, because speaking to X amount of people, it's just a percentage game. Get you X amount of book calls, get you X amount of closes. If you have a close rate of 30%, which is a good close rate on the phone, boom, you start to make $10,000 months. Extremely easy, no DM burnout. Specifically post trial reels to hit your target audience and tell a pain point in your normal reels. So you use trial reels and you do remixes to flood people into your page, to then tell your own story and a pain point. Fitness is dead. Fitness does not sell. Your pain point sells. I know you, as a 40-year-old dad, your knees shouldn't hurt when you walk up the stairs. Here's how I fixed it. As a 35-year-old dad, you're drinking 12 beers a night and you call yourself a dad. The pain sells, not the fitness. When I was a fitness coach, I lost over 130 pounds, and I expressed that pain deeply to where there was a point where I was making thousands of dollars a week off just fitness coaching from the clients I had and referrals, because I was telling the pain. There was a lady here who's a hairstylist in my area. She lost 100 pounds. I helped her. She would tell the people she was cutting hair every day. Herself would get me 1 to 2 clients. And this is a really important part, is you start a referral program. And a lot of coaches aren't doing that. Give them a 10% gift card. So if you sell a $2,500 package, it's about $2,200 after your payment processor and all that. Which, if you're not taking paid in fulls using Affirm and financing options, that's another thing you're messing up. So then I would throw her $200. I make $2,000 to $4,000 a week. And I was barely even trying to use social media that much, because I built such a good referral system. Now, you aren't going to have that luxury at first, right? So you need DM setters in LinkedIn and Instagram, commission-based only. Who cares if you pay them more long-term? You don't want a bad commission setter in your DMs, paying them $200 a week and making no sales. But they will work their ass off if they know they're getting paid higher amounts. You want to use LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat, and TikTok. Facebook and Snapchat are gold mines. Nobody's teaching it. I don't know why. Snapchat alone, you can add up to 300 people a day. So you can have 300 new faces seeing your motivational and before and afters for free with no ads. And then you just pair your Facebook to your Instagram, and you add 50 people a day on your Facebook. Facebook alone is a gold mine because it's more personable, so people take it more serious. Now there's more arguments on Facebook, so you gotta tread more lightly, but Facebook is a massive income earner. If you go to my Instagram after this, you'll see one of my clients, Jarvis, he made $6,000 alone on just Facebook this month off 2 sales, because he's a higher ticket person. It's a very simple process. Nothing in those courses or modules are going to teach you more than what I'm going to teach you. And you can also go and look at John on my Instagram, because it's a video, so I can't just post it here, where he said I taught him more in his one-on-one session than his $8,000 he spent on mentors. And it's a fourth of the price minimum, depending on where you're at. This isn't a fancy VSL. This is a TV. The ring light I got for free off TikTok Shop. The holder I got for free off TikTok Shop. I don't overfinance my life. I want to live true financial freedom, and that's where you should want to be as a coach. I want to make $30, $40, $50, $60, $70,000 a month on repeat without scamming people, without overcharging. And then I don't want to overfinance my life. I just want to pay the taxes and then keep winning and have a nice life. You can have an amazing life spending $2,500 a month on rent, $1,000 on a car, and then the rest is just go and do what you want. You don't need to buy all these fancy things and flashy things to get clients. You as a fitness coach don't need to do that. Lifestyle doesn't sell anymore. Results sell. You've been seeing results fly through this screen for the last 6 minutes now, and they don't stop. My team keeps winning. And I don't just scale coaches. I scale mostly a lot of online brands, mostly coaches, but I've been able to reverse engineer it to where I can scale spicy sites, streamers, discords, people that sell discords, or anything online. And I also teach all of my coaches TikTok Shop. If you understand the psychology, last night we had a 2-hour-long phone call for my clients. If you can understand the sales of psychology and you can make smart TikTok videos to where you're an affiliate, making an extra that alone can scale you to $5,000, $10,000 a month, on top of your DM setter booking your calls and getting you money. No coaches are really teaching any of this. They're just teaching Instagram, sending out cold DMs, this, that, and the third. And then when I get you to $10,000 a month, or $5,000, or where you're comfortable is, I teach you A/B split testing on your ads. Your ads are extremely important. You can take it from 3 to 7 to I've seen 10x on your ad spend. We just have to get you to the point where you have the money to spend on ads, and that's how you scale past 10,000 without burnout, without absolutely just mangling your life. You can still have a personal life. And I'm so trusted in the industry now, and I'm such at a good price point. I close all my people through the DMs. So if you see this and you message me YouTube, just tell me where you're at in your business. I have a pay what you can afford program. Obviously it has to be reasonable, but it's anywhere between like $125 to $250 a month, depending on where you're at in your business, depending on what I need to do for you. Like if you're starting from scratch and I need to teach you every single system, even the training platform, then you know it's going to be a little bit more. It just depends on where you're at. If you've already had a guru that screwed you over in the past and you know 95% of it, and I just got to teach you a little bit of the back end and a little bit of commission-based setters and a little bit of more pain points in your videos, you know, it might only be $150 a month. It just depends on where you're at. That's just message me YouTube if you're watching this. My Instagram link will be in the bio. Make sure you add me first so it actually comes through. And I'm not going to get you on a sales call. I'm going to walk you through how I can help you through voice notes, send you the link. You can either pay it in full, you can use your own credit card, or you can use my financing team. Somewhere along the line I showed a $50,000 in failed payments. That's in 1 month. Not everyone gets approved through my financing team. So you can either put it on your credit card or pay it in full. But it would break down to this amount a month, even though you paid it in full. And if you have to pay it in full, because all the financing options got declined, all you do is tell me like, hey, I need a paid in full discount. And then we'll work what we can, okay? That was loud. And we'll work on what we can. I can't do it for extremely, extremely cheap because it is a lot of money on the front end, but I promise you it's more than a fourth of the price of what these gurus are charging. You saw all the client wins. You saw exactly how I can teach. It's simple, very simple. You keep it simple. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. All these people are selling you the same thing for $20,000. This will be the last mentor you will need, and I will scale you to $10,000 a month within 90 days, or I will continue to work with you for free after that until you reach that point. So you can reach it no matter what. Are you going to do the work? Are you going to implement everything I teach you? See, there are people that overcharge, but they still deliver a service and they do work, right? So when people come out and say they're scams, they're not necessarily a scam. That person just didn't follow the correct blueprint. He didn't follow it long enough. And I'm just telling you, I can teach you more for cheaper. And it's one-on-one mentoring, no course. It's more affordable. I have a Six Sigma black belt, Agile, Scrum, human resourcing, project management. I saved businesses millions of dollars a year by being a black belt when I was in the corporate world. I teach you how to create your SOPs, create a mission statement, track your KPIs, put the systems in place, the commission-based setters in place, the pain points. We have 2-hour-long phone calls once a week with the entire group on sales psychology, rebuttals, on what's popular that week for social media. We dive deep into all of this after you've had your first couple mentor sessions. I teach you how to create your Stripe, your fan bases, how to add financing options to it, your price point, which is extremely pivotal, extremely important. And right now I'm coming in under delivering. I'm coming in and undercharging and over delivering. See, most people would cut all this stuff out when they make a mistake. They're trying to show this facade of a lifestyle. I can teach you exactly what you need to know to scale to $10,000 a month or more as an online coach for 1/4 of the price. You just watched all these testimonials. Message me on Instagram if you want to change your life. Faith over fear. And as always, God is good.